Alright, hi folks, thanks for tuning in once again today. We've been getting a few emails and questions about the sleds I use. Now these sleds, here's one of them that I have. I got them made up by a local welder. Gave him some rough designs. This is just a prototype. Did have a few mistakes originally. So as you can see on the bottom, the original plating he put on there was only about 2 mil. So I instructed him to put some thicker stuff on, so he put some 8 mil on the bottom, because I do use it on bitumen sometimes, so you want to sort of get some more wear out of it without having to replace it so quickly. Other than that, originally with these holes here I was going to make it so it would come apart, but there was a few sort of issues when I started piling the weight on there. The sled was actually flexing too much as well. So everything's pretty much welded all in place. The only thing is the upright to stack your weights. So you can unbolt that and that will come off for easier sort of storage if you need to, which is quite handy. Otherwise, I'll just double check. It's about 50 by 50 box steel. I think it's about 11 gauge. So running about around the 3 mil with some heavy gauge sort of checker plate on top, so it's quite sturdy now, hasn't broken, even with the weight stacked all the way up to the top. It's taken the punishment. So there's probably a few different things I'd probably sort of change about it, but that's sort of what happens when you get something made up. It's basically sort of modelled off a lot of other sort of sleds you might have seen out there as well. So it's roughly going about 1 metre, I think about by 600. And then obviously it's got the access points on the front and the back as well. And you know, there's even some other options. You could have sort of welded up some other uprights in there, some more attachments points, or even slot in attachment for a wheel, so you could use it as a wheelbarrow. So there's endless possibilities, but basically as a sled it works pretty good. Hasn't broken. With the uprights, this is about, I think it's about 33 OD steel pipe, and I think it's roughly about 3 mil thick. So it's nice and strong, and that just slots straight in there. So when you're doing things on a budget, it helps to you know, sort of cut costs where you can. So on the top I've just used PVC caps just to get rid of the sharp edge on there. It works. And then just to get rid of the sharp edge on here, just got a rubber grommet from a local hardware store, and that fits in there as well. But yeah, I think that's about it, folks. Hope that helps. Yeah, so all I can sort of recommend, make sure you get the details, the specifications that you want first up, and make sure you're, whether you know someone or you know, find a welder locally buy, and make sure he has all the specs so he can make it up correctly the first time. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't know what exactly you want to use it for, unless he uses sleds himself. Which would help, but yeah, hope that helps, guys. I want to get stuck into it, do some sled training myself, and try not to spew. So yeah, catch you next time. Bye.